Greetings everyone, and welcome to Never Forget, a little show in between shows where I have to detail 5 things I'll never forget. From anything. Doesn't matter. Give me suggestions, I don't care. But today, I'm just gonna start out with Super Mario World, why not? Let's go. The world map. Yes, whenever I ravage my memories and think about good old Super Mario World, the first thing I love that always comes to mind is the big, beautiful world map. Super Mario World was the first game in the Mario series to ever really have an organic, interconnected map like this. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3 kinda had one, but it wasn't very open, and you couldn't backtrack through it at will like you could with this one. Mario World's map was a fully animated, gorgeously immersive environment, and in my opinion, it was the first time Mario truly went from feeling like a video game to feeling like an experience. There are so many little places in this world I'll never forget, from the cold blue colors of Vanilla Dome, to the strange hazy weirdness of the Forest of Illusion, to, of course, the awesome stormy neon castle in the Valley of Bowser. Throughout the many layers of video game history, there's never been anything that feels quite like the map in Super Mario World. And you know what? There probably never will be again. Slimy tears. The ghost houses. So of all the many Mario games that have come out over the years, I've noticed there have always been quite a few really memorable spooky levels, like Big Boo's Haunt from Mario 64, or one of my absolute favorites, the Ghostly Galaxy from Mario Galaxy. But if you have any love at all for these spooky levels, you certainly have to give credit to where they all began. The ghost houses in Mario World. Now, Mario World wasn't the first game to introduce the cute little ghosties known as Boos. No, they first showed up in Mario 3. But it was the first game to ever have Boo-themed levels, and it provided the Boos with more personality by giving them all different crazy face expressions. That was always my favorite thing about these levels. Some of the Boos looked happy, some of them looked silly, some of them looked pissed off, and some of them just looked bored to be alive. Or, not alive, I guess. Whatever. The ghost houses were also memorable in the fact that they were always puzzling and tricky. To beat most of them, you almost always had to find a secret exit different from the main one. You'd have to think outside the box, finding special keys or hidden doors that would lead you to the real exit. And when you finally found it, so satisfying. The fight with Bowser. Oh god, yes! There have been so many good fights with Bowser in the Mario series. So many. From the Organ Tin showdown at the end of Mario 64, to the planet-spinning epicness in Mario Galaxy, to, of course, the Yoshi's Island one, which we'll just have to talk about in another video. But to this day, for me, this one from Mario World has always stood out as the most fun, the most enjoyable, and the most easily replayable fight out of them all, even though it's not my personal favorite one. Still though, I will never forget this fight with Bowser. Never in my life. I'll never forget the music, I'll never forget the thunder, I'll never forget Bowser's marvelous, intimidating animated sprite, and I'll of course never forget the unique weirdness of the battle itself. Hell, even the build-up is amazing. Yes! When it comes to simple, classic video game enjoyment, there's nothing quite as fun for me as making my way through all the levels in Mario World and getting to the top of this castle to challenge Bowser. It is the climax, it is the fury, it is the joy. But as much as I love fighting Bowser, there is something else in this game which comes after him that I love even more. And it's something original, something made only of mystery, of curiosity, and of colorful childhood wonder. Number 2 is Star Road, and everything hidden at the end of the game. By far, the best thing about Super Mario World, and I'm sure many would agree, is the fact that after beating Bowser, there's still hours and hours of adventure hidden deep inside the game. Star Road is a place you can only access through certain secret exits at the end of certain levels, and every level in Star Road has a secret exit itself. The levels here are beautiful and sparkly, full of color and joy, but they're also difficult and frustrating as hell. If you figure out how to beat all the levels in Star Road and find all the secrets in each one, you'll unlock a path that leads to the center, and there you'll be taken to another world. The levels in Special World are insanely hard, like 5 times harder than the ones in Star Road. But if you beat all of these levels, you unlock the final secret, and the entire game world changes from spring to autumn. And that's just so freaking cool. This is the one thing I'll probably remember most fondly about Super Mario World. It was just one of those games that kept going on and on and on, because there was so much hidden inside it, so much to find, to discover and enjoy. It was hard to think of one more thing I love to put above this on the list, but you know what? There is one more thing I love. One more thing I love more than anything else in the entire game. So let's move on. The lava monsters that go boom. JK, that's not what number 1 is. Number 1 is actually those moving block things that go JK, that's not what number 1 is either. What are you, a moron? No, you're not a moron. You're my little friend. My little friend. And number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is the castle music. Yes, the castle music. Because Jesus, I love the castle music. Now, apparently, so I've been told, a lot of people really love the music in Super Mario World. But personally, I don't so much. I like a few of the songs, sure, like the cave music, the map songs, and the boss battle themes. But when it comes to those happy, upbeat, oh-so-beloved platforming anthems, nah, I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with me. I just don't care for them. In fact, I'd love to go the rest of my life without ever hearing them again.
Get out of my head.
But despite me not caring all that much about Super Mario World's classic endearing soundtrack, I have to admit, there is one tune I really love from this game. This song. This castle song, man. It's incredible. I could listen to it 1,000 times. I could listen to organ covers. I could listen to electronic remixes on YouTube. La 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 la. Okay, that's it. I'm done.